everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction for football in Big D as their guys Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. On second and a yard, Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
But you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Austin. Five yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense, first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 82, 82.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 5, 3 buzz.
To throw is Wentz. Incomplete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Single slot. Hey, defense, 48 front. They not ready for this.
Wentz again. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch the screen. Go.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Wentz now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come on, QB, come on.
Again, it's Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Go, go. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Here's Elliott. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 31-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, here's Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing his Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz bringing it in. Jackson left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
55, Alpha. Watch the run. Watch the run. 55 is Mike, guys. 55.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wentz. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180. 81.
Now Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, Wentz again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Wentz now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Prescott. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. This is Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. With it is Jackson. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Toss play. This is Smallwood. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Running from the gun with Howard. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Back to throw. Wentz. Burks over the middle. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 54. Mike, 54.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 56, right there. 56. Silver.
Prescott to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Brings up second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott now, option right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss drops them back to 4 and 3 so far. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,